Hi, hello, good morning, or whenever you're watching this. It's currently Sunday morning, the last Advent. Do you say it like that in English too? I always get so self-conscious about me talking English. What a start to a video. um, but yeah, this is basically a little pre-Christmas ASMR vlog thing, I guess. I wanted to at least get one Christmas related video out. Not sure, maybe I'll do what I got for Christmas next. Depends if I get anything interesting for Christmas. But yeah, I prepared some cookie dough yesterday, so today I can bake some Plätzchen, German Christmas cookies, and I can't film much of that in our kitchen currently, but I'll try to film a little bit, and you'll see that later in the video, and I hope that I get it out in time. And yeah, you might find that I have to pause this video every now and again, because there's runners and people cycling, and also I will have my occasional coughing fit because I'm still getting over a cold. But yeah, I'm at a public park. I had hoped to come here sooner and maybe even catch the sunrise, but I really needed to get breakfast in this morning before going out. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you're one of those people who don't really eat breakfast. Either way, I need breakfast desperately, so it got a little later, and now it's 8:30 in the morning, which for me isn't actually that early. But in the winter, with the shorter days, it still feels early, if that makes sense. And yeah, I'm trying to avoid getting too much of a reflection in my glasses, but it's not that easy. I'm also trying not to freeze because it's a little cold outside. But yeah, I don't really know what else I'm gonna do today and what of that I'm gonna film and include in this vlog, because I don't do that many Christmassy things actually. If I weren't celebrating with my family, I would not be celebrating Christmas. I'm not a Christian. I don't really care for the whole thing. That sounds so bad. Don't get me wrong, I love celebrations. I love eating good food, and I love getting cozy in winter, so that's great. And yeah, and that was another runner. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, right. I don't care all that much for the Christian holidays. I don't care for any specific religious celebrations. Okay. Don't know if you can hear that, but that was loud. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I love celebrating, but the meanings of these holidays means nothing to me because I don't follow that religion. Just, I mean, the whole peace, love, and cozy thing of Christmas is something that I can have without the whole Christmassy thing. I don't need a tree to sit beneath to feel connected with my family. I don't need a specific day to make them gifts. I don't know. Like, no hate to people who celebrate Christmas even though they're not Christian like you do. You honestly... it was kind of forced upon the majority of people on this world, so whatever. Let's claim this holiday as a secular one, I guess, but I don't know. But I do love celebrating with my family and sitting down and eating good food, so I'm looking forward to that, and I do enjoy the whole baking thing. Usually I start way earlier and not the weekend before Christmas, but I was sick a lot the last couple months, so I just didn't get around to it, and it's kind of sad because I would love to just I love to gift food because it doesn't go to waste, you know, people eat it and then it's gone and it's fine, because I'm really bad at picking out other gifts. Like, I don't know what book you'd be happy about unless you told me you'd like to read that book. I have no idea. I'm really, really bad at this stuff. Like, really bad. I would love to be good at gift giving, but I'm not. Like, I can know people for years and years and years, and I have no idea what they would actually be happy about. Like, maybe I know they like jewelry, but I don't know what specific earrings, necklace, whatever they would actually be happy about. I just don't. And maybe when I look at the gifts that I've gotten over the years, maybe actually that goes for most people. It's just that I'm very aware of it, and I don't want people to have stuff that they don't like all that much. So I don't gift it to them, and people just normally do that, and then they just have all that stuff that they don't really like, and they gift all that stuff knowing that the person might not love it, and it's like whatever. But I'm a minimalist, and I want people to only have the stuff that they actually really like or love or can use or whatever. Sorry, that was 3 runners in a row. Make that 4. Yeah, but that's kind of my thoughts on it. So I just like to gift Christmas cookies, and usually people are very happy about them. And sometimes I do have stuff, and there's a 5th one. Wow. Yeah, so sometimes I find stuff that I know the person will like, and then I gift it to them, because it's obviously, but it doesn't happen all that often. It is what it is. And honestly, I think I'm gonna end this part here, because there's coming more and more runners, because, you know, it's getting to the time of day where people start to wake up and go out. And yeah, I'll see you later. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? In German, this plant is called Blutroter Hartriegel. I don't know how to translate Hartriegel, but Blutrot means blood red, in case you couldn't make that out. So, let's get into the baking process. There's a lot to do besides mixing the 3 doughs, since I prepared them yesterday already. Firstly, let me cut out the Heidesand, literally heathland sand. These are my favorite Christmas cookies. You form the dough into a roll before refrigerating, which I always fail at, so that they have a flat belly, basically. Who cares though? But yeah, I cut the dough into slices that I then lay onto my lined baking tray. In case you can't make it out, that stuff on top is rock candy, which seems like a very unfitting translation of Kandiszucker, but I looked it up, so now I know what rock candy means. Looks very pretty in the oven. And now we're gonna do one of my 2 varieties of cut-out cookies. Here in the south, we call the basic dough, even if decorated, Ausstecherlen, or Butterbackes, in which the dough is just sugar, flour, butter, usually eggs, and sometimes some vanilla or whatever. This dough here is a variation, however, in which I added some bright sprinkles and orange zest. Just gonna roll it out and cut out the cookies with my favorite small cookie cutters, which which I just showed you, a teddy bear and the little birdie. They've been around since I was a little child and I absolutely love them. Meanwhile, the Heidelbeer is out of the oven and it looks really delicious. Now, all my cookies are vegan, so no eggs. Vegan doughs are often a lot softer than their non-vegan counterparts. That's also true after baking. When my cookies come out of the oven, they're way softer than my non-vegan cookies used to be. So you can't test whether they are done just by tapping a spoon on top to see if they're almost hard. They won't be. You have to let them cool off completely to get to that stage. You tap them way more gently and experience will tell you whether that is hard enough or not. And once they're cool, they'll be, well, not that hard either. Vegan cookies tend to be more on the soft side. Of course, you can just let them get very crispy by higher temperatures and or leaving them in the oven for longer if you really want to, but I personally don't mind them being a little softer than non-vegan cookies. And here we go with the more traditional butterbackers. This dough is just flour, butter, well, vegan butter of course, powdered sugar, a little vanilla, a pinch of salt and a dash of cold water if needed. I honestly don't remember if I needed it or not. Usually they taste of, well, butter and sugar, but spoilers, this year they came out tasting ultra bland, and I do not know why. I used a foot, a sheep, and a bunny. The bunny is the youngest of the collection. The foot might be almost as old as I am. To tell you a little more, as you'll see later, the cookies turned out very fatty, which is a sign of the butter having gone too soft in the process of mixing the dough. In case you're not much of a baker, let me tell you one crucial detail about making any type of short pastry, including cookies. You have to work fast when mixing the dough, because if the butter gets too soft, it will change the consistency of the dough as well as the final product, even after you refrigerate it, which is usually required, and the butter in the dough gets firm. The consistency change will occur. It cannot be reversed. That will usually result in your cookie or whatever coming out rather fatty. Unfortunately, trying to make some kind of evenly mixed dough with cold butter is nigh impossible, and I have not cracked the code. Sometimes it works better than others, and this time it didn't work out at all. Not only did my butter get way too soft, no, the butter still didn't mix evenly. So I have just clumps of butter in my dough that will just melt in the oven and leave ugly, weird shapes on my nicely cut out cookies, on top of them being quite fatty. Okay, so it's the next day, the next evening actually, and I look a little disheveled. I don't know why. It is what it is. My Christmas cookies are fully cold now, and later I will bathe some of them in chocolate, and I will film parts of that, but I just wanted to let you know that today came a packet for me, a parcel. Is there a difference? I don't know, I don't care. And it contains some perfumes, 2 for me and 2 for my mum, and I'm glad they came for Christmas. I already have a present for her, but it's nice to have something on top of that. Although she already knows that she's going to get them anyway. And yeah, I'm just mentioning that because I have been repeatedly asked to film an unboxing. So yeah, I'm going to use that chance and unbox the 2 perfumes that are for me. I guess I'll do that as shorts as well. I don't know where in the queue they will land. Probably go up somewhere in January, I guess. But yeah, and there's that, and I guess I'm just going to go film the further baking process and hope that by tomorrow they will be all done so I can package those that I'm going to give to other people. See you then. So I laid out the cookies in question on a lined baking tray and started melting the chocolate. I have brought some more sprinkles, sour ones in fact, I really like them, as well as some chili salt, since I want the bunnies to be colourful and some of the feet to, well, be chilly. Bad words plays aside, I decided to use some feature of my phone camera to record a time-lapse of the chocolate melting, then realized it was still too slow for this video and sped the material up further, as one does. I feel like that's the main feature of what I do in most of my videos. I speed the footage up. I don't know, it is what it is. Now, it was really difficult to find the right angle to film this in our not so big and rather cramped kitchen for 4 people. So yeah, I had a hard time finding the right angle to film this, and honestly, what you see here is the best of what I could come up with. But yeah, even if you can't see it properly, all I'm doing is spreading the chocolate onto the cookies and topping some of them with either sprinkles or the chili salt, and if you can see what I'm doing there, you might notice that I'm not doing it all that perfectly. On one hand, my motivation was a little low because the cookies turned out so bad. But also, I was a little tired and my fine motor skills aren't the best to begin with. So, yeah, the combination of that made the result look a little ugly, but I'll show you said result in a second so you can form your own opinion if needed. So, it's been 2 days since I filmed the intro of this video. It takes a while, the whole Christmas baking. But yeah, I'm finally done, and I'm really glad that it's over because it did not go as planned. The cookies look kinda shit. And I'm not too happy about that. It's okay, sometimes that happens. Baking is a whole science and I'm not good at it. Sometimes, for some reason. Usually my baking doesn't look particularly good, but it tastes really, really good. And this year it looks like shit and it tastes okay. So that was a complete flop, unfortunately. It is what it is. Excuse me, that was a cough. I'm still getting over the cold. I hope my voice is able to do this because this is take number 3 at this point. But yeah, not too happy with the Christmas baking, but that happens. It's okay, I tell myself. Now, for me, as of filming this, tomorrow will be Christmas, like the 24th, because we celebrate on the evening of 24th. When you see this, it will be the 26th, and I guess I hope you had a merry celebration in case you are celebrating anything, and if not, that's fine by me. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my family. I don't know what I'm doing. It's still early in the morning again. I just wanted to get it over with and be done for the day. with the whole baking stuff, I don't want to look at it again. I'm very self-conscious about that, because when you have baking as a present and the baking turns out shit, like what do you do? I guess if you do bake really early in the year, you can just do something else, get something else, try again. I'm not that person. I wish I was that organized, but I'm absolutely not. So I just have to live with it. It's okay. It's okay. Also, I wanted to film this outro outside in the sunshine, but there is no sunshine. It's very depressing outside. We don't have snow, we don't have frost. It's just grey. So in order to leave with a more uplifting note, I'm going to show you some recordings I did on that first morning, so that we can close with a little more sunshine. I think we can all use that. I don't think I can think of anything else that I could tell you right now, except that I hope you have a nice day or night or whenever you're watching this, and I hope you enjoy it, and I also hope to see you next time. Bye.